Okay, welcome everyone. This is fifth experiment, turbulent flow and heat transfer in a circular pipe. And in this, we have forced convection and turbulent flow of air through a circular pipe in access plane. Basically, what we do is we have a pipe of 20 centimeter dia and 80 centimeter length, and we force an air with a velocity of 1 meter per second through the pipe, and there you can get forward convection and its turbulent flow, and the density of the air is 1 and mu is 2 into 10 power minus 5 is viscosity, and these are the dimensions 20 centimeter dia and 80 centimeter length. Q is the heat flux. 1 meter per second is the velocity of the air flowing through the pipe. Now open the ANSYS workbench. Now you go to the fluid flow fluent, drag and drop it, and right click on the geometry, new design modeler, starting design modeler, and here we don't create the circle and extrude, and in this experiment we don't create the circle and extrude it. We solve this in 2D form, and select the XY plane, right click on it, look at, and select the units to centimeters, select the XY plane. In order to draw the sketch, select the new sketch, and in sketching we select a rectangle, and we select a rectangle. We are drawing this rectangle, and we solve this problem when it's in 2D form, like when there is a cylinder and we see it in the sideways, we see it as a rectangle form, like this. Okay, now we draw a rectangle. Okay, normal rectangle, and dimensions, this is h1 and this is v2, and the h1 is 80 centimeters and the v2 is 20 centimeters. Enter. This is 80 and this is 20, and fits good. Now here generate, and then we go to the concept, surface from sketches, and now we select the surface, we select the sketch and apply. Now the base object, it is sketch 1, and operations, you can either add material or add frozen, it's okay. And now generate. Now the surface is generated, and go to the part body, surface body, and change fluid or solid here from solid to fluid, and then generate. Now the design modeler part is done. Now you can close it. Now the meshing part, right click, edit, starting meshing. Just a minute. Okay. Here we have to give named selections, meshing, and we don't use normal meshing here, we use sizing and face meshing. So this is the geometry and this is the material, and first right click on the mesh, insert, go to the face meshing. Now we have to select the face, select, apply. Face 1 is selected, and yeah, that's face meshing. And again right click on the mesh, insert, sizing, click on the z axis in order to make it view like this, And in sizing we give like we divide these lines. Select, now it's in select face. Now in order to select the edge, click this one and we select this edge and apply. So edge one is selected, and here change the type from element size to number of divisions, and we are dividing this into 30 divisions. 30, enter, and change the behavior from soft to hard, and change the bias type from no bias to second one, and the bias factor for this is 10. Enter. So you can see here the distance is small and here the distance gets increasing. This is edge sizing for left one, and again right click on the mesh, insert, go to sizing again. Now select the right part and apply. Now change the type from element size to number of divisions, and the number of divisions for this one is also 30. Enter. Change the behavior from soft to hard, and change the bias type from no bias to first one, that's increasing, that's decreasing one, and bias factor is again 10. Enter. So you can see the distance gets increasing. Okay, now right click on the mesh, insert, sizing. Now you have to select both top and bottom edges. So select and hold the control button and select the bottom one and apply. So two edges get selected, and change the type from element size to number of divisions, and the number of divisions for this one is 100 and it's not 30, and make the behavior from soft to hard, and it's no bias. So these are all the meshing factors. Right click on the mesh, generate mesh. So after generating the mesh, the picture looks like this. Now we have to give the name selections. So edge, and click on the edge, and you can click the N, it's shortcut for name selections. Now it's inlet, enter, and click this edge and click the N, it's outlet, enter. Now click the top and hold the control button. Okay, this is we should not hold the control button, we should give this as separate M, and it's top, enter, and select the bottom one, click M, and it's bottom, enter, and you can see the name selections in inlet, outlet, top and bottom. Yeah, that's it, the meshing part is done, and you can exit or you can minimize it. Now right click on the mesh and update it, so it gets updated, and right click on the setup, click edit, and click the double precision and start. So that takes a little bit time. Okay, so this is the inlet, then this is the outlet. So now you have to go to models, right click on the viscosity, edit, change the viscosity from k omega to k epsilon, and yeah, they both standard, it should be there, and okay, and turn on the energy. Yeah, that's all the model part. you can minimize it. In materials, fluid, double click on the air, and you can change the density of the air from 1.22 to 1, enter, and change the viscosity from 1.7 to 2, well it's given in the question, and change or create, and close the window. The fluid part is done, and we don't have to go to the cell zone conditions. Open the boundary conditions, inlet, double click on the inlet, and in the inlet the velocity is 1 meter per second. That's the velocity of the air. That's it. Yeah, that's it. You only have to get the velocity of the air. Apply and close. Next, outlet, double click. Here we don't have to change anything as the gauge pressure should be at 0. So you can close it. Now wall, bottom, double click on it. Now stationary, no slip, and you have to go to thermal, heat flux as 5000. Okay. In this case we have to keep the heat flux at the bottom at 0 only, and apply, close, but right double click on the top. Here the heat flux should be at 5000. Enter, apply and close. The boundary conditions part is done, and double click on the reference values and compute from inlet, and then double click on the methods, keep it as default, and double click on the controls, keep it as default, and go to the monitors, double click on the residual. Well, here you have to put everything as 1e minus 0.6. So copy it, select Ctrl V, select Ctrl V, select, and OK. So this part is done, and then I guess now it's residuals. We almost gave everything. Yeah, now initialization. Double click on initialization, hybrid initialization, initialize. So now here the initialization is done. Yeah, the bottom is heat flux is 0 and the top is Q is equal to 5000 watt. That's why we gave only top as 5000. The initialization is done, and now we have run calculations. Double click on it, and we run through 1000, or you can go through 5000. Calculate. So calculation takes a little bit time. Well, now you can see the graphs and the calculation part. Okay, now the calculation part is done, and these are the graphs we got. Okay, and it's almost done. Now we have to go to the reports, surface integrals, double click on it, and change from area to area weighted average, and you have to select all this, so you can click this and compute. So now you can see here elevated average static pressures, and if we change from pressure to temperature, compute. So static temperature, these are the values, and if I change from temperature to velocity and compute, these are the velocity magnitudes of bottom, inlet, top, etc. and all. And I'm closing this, and in order to show you those, you have to go to the graphs, right click on contours, new, and its pressure, static pressure, and select all this, save and display. So the pressure looks like this, variation, and save and display, close. Now you can see contour saves a part of pressure, and right, in order to create temperature and velocity, again right click on the contour, new. Now it's temperature, and change the contour of from pressure to temperature, static temperature, select all this and save and display. And these are the pressure, static pressure variation, and close. And again right click on the contour, new. Now it's velocity, contours, and select the velocity, select all this, save and display. For this velocity, and close. And in order to show the results, right click on this and right click on this surface, display velocity, right click, display temperature, right click, display pressure. So this is the end of the experiment. Thank you for watching.